I came to England in 1960. Every newspaper, on the radio, every day, they're asking for people to come to do that nursing training. And that's what made me decide to come. Because I'm sure you heard of the Windrush. I mean, it's that sort of, yeah. Because it was a British colony, I had the same passport as a British person here. I simply had to pay my fare and come. I didn't have, I mean, we still in Trinidad to this day, you still don't need a visa. It was a long, long sailing, on the sea. And I was awfully seasick, as awful, yeah. I got off at the boat finally in Genoa in Italy, where we had a boat, what's called a boat train. So you traveled, you stayed in Italy overnight, and then you come on the train, and then you cross the English Channel, and then you got another train. I never forget that journey. Yeah, I came into Victoria. I was rather surprised to see the houses because one had a mental picture of everything being lovely and white and those big houses look so black and grey and that. One day I came downstairs and opened it. I was going to the dustbin and it was black and I was so frightened. I'll never forget that, just experiencing fog for the first time. I came to Cambridge in 65. I was told about Chesterton and I applied and I went to see the matron and had an interview and that was that. I worked as in those days called auxiliary, nursing auxiliary. I worked at Chesterton for quite a few years and at Brookfields Hospital when they were doing, it used to be called geriatric, as care of the elderly. There was a lot of camaraderie in the nursing because to work in that environment, you had to trust. There was a lot of trust, and we relied on each other. And so it was fine. I used to meet friends at it was a big coffee place in Lyons. It would have been a poor thing if you wanted to stick to your menu from home because you couldn't get it. I mean, when I first came, rice, it was that pudding rice. That was all you can get, and things like yams and sweet potatoes. Oh, those things were non-existent. Oh, for a lot of things. In fact, even cooking oil, which we were used to at home, you had to use lard to fry here, or dripping. That's what you did with chips. Oh, it was a totally different life. We used to come onto Mill Road. There used to be a shop called Wallman's on Mill Road. They had lots of different things. You'd get the odd West Indian stuff. And there were different greengrocers. There wasn't just the one. So yes, we all bought records and black people entertained themselves anyway. They used to have their own parties. Yeah. Not that I went to many because with the children I couldn't possibly leave them. But you had your own. Yeah, we had music. We all loved black people like music. So yeah. I've always been encouraged, to do my training, and the matron once came and said, you're just wasting your time, you shouldn't be doing this and so on. And I said, well, I have the children and that. And she said, well, it doesn't matter, you're quite an intelligent person, When I was trained, there's only 2 black nurses, and I'd done my training at Addenbrooke's. And once I was qualified, I went back to Chesterton Hospital and worked as a trained nurse. Came back to Brookfields and worked as a trained nurse. While I was there, I saw the foundation being laid for Arthur Rank House. And at that point, if you could imagine, I've been doing auxiliary nursing for quite a long time, then my training and both hospitals, and I decided I could do with a change. And so I decided to go off to London to do my oncology, where I went to the Royal Marsden and done oncology in preparation for working at the hospice. And so I started at the hospice in 1981 when it first opened. So I was one of the original members of staff there. I thoroughly enjoyed working there. I worked there for 14 years. And I am a volunteer since I retired.